Hey there, this is Key Innes, Key Creative Studio. Master Drawing Japan. All right, let's make a point to draw every day, right? Okay, I'm gonna do something a little different. I'm going to go over like one of my students' drawings here. My student is is really a beginner, okay? And there's nothing wrong at all, with uh, being a beginner. I think it might sound a little trite to say, there's no such thing as a bad drawing, and actually, I think that is true. I think the only bad drawings are the drawings that don't get that are not attempted. Okay, um, and look, most people, when they're trying to like understand like how to draw the figure, it's just some basic things that they're probably not taking into account. Okay, so I'm gonna start with this drawing here, actually. Okay, just like to start off with. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna blow this one up a little bit. Okay, a little bit bigger so we can see what's happening here. Okay. All right. So the obvious problems are, one, uh, a sense of like a volume is a problem. Okay. Um, my student, even though she's doing her best, she's one of the things you want to avoid. Okay, is like when you make a volume, an organic volume anyway. You want to avoid lines that are going to be like parallel. Actually, let me change that. I'll make it even worse. Um, you want to avoid lines like this, that are perfectly like parallel. So it's kind of hard to understand, like, like what is the actual like density of it. um what we want to do is like create like a sense of volume um in the things, that we're drawing, right? You see what I did here. I kind of like I offset it a little bit, and already it's giving like a little bit like a sense of like an organic form by me doing that. So you want to avoid like straight lines like that, right? Usually a lot volumes, they can be symmetrical. Yes, they can. They definitely can be symmetrical, but generally, when we're talking about like volumes that are in relation to the body, they tend to be offset and complementary, right? You know, like for example, I have this coming in here and coming like that, so you have like this kind of rhythmic relationship going here. Okay, so well, the problem here, um, greatly, is like in the volumes and also in the anatomy as well. Okay, and also like perspective is also another problem. Okay, all right. So let me jump into it. I'm gonna ghost this down. Oops, gotta be careful with the other ones. All right, let me ghost this down a little bit. Okay. So basically, you have this woman who's like standing like on one hip here. Okay, or sorry, on one leg. Right. So, all right. So basically, if someone is standing like this, you have to understand that like the torso is usually like, when a person's standing, like one part is kind of like going out and the other one is coming in towards us. All right. Here, in terms of like the pelvis, you have to have like um, one side up like this, and then like the other side down to show that relationship. Okay. Um, the arms, I guess, you have like maybe like this kind of relationship. Okay. Also, you notice how I'm drawing my lines. I always make my lines kind of like arcing. I don't like do like this kind of thing. Okay. You want to like you want your lines to sweep as much as possible. Okay. the person's head. Okay, now I'm not gonna make fun of the person, but basically they're having difficulty like how to like show the head like in perspective. Okay, and essentially if it's difficult at first, all you have to do is just put a volume there, you know, and like you can work it out later. Okay, and then this leg is coming down, and this leg is coming down like that. Okay, then all right. So at this point, this is like when I added I make my volumes over these energies that I have here, right? So I have this is coming, it's going in, and then the lower part is going out. So I made these two volumes like that. And you notice I'm trying to understand them like almost like a cup, you know, like I have a cup going in like that, and then I have like a cup going out like that. And basically that is the same type of relationship that we have like uh, with the torso, right? This is going to be like the rib cage, and this is the pelvis, right? You know, you got the same kind of like relationship. Actually, this kind of like pairing relationship we see a lot like throughout the body. Okay, so that's something to keep in mind. Okay, all right. So in terms of the rib cage, okay, and pelvis, okay. Um, Landmark, I use it, which is like the sacrum here. All right. Another landmark, of course, is the pelvic bone here. Okay. All right. Um, this leg, okay. So this is gonna come down like that, and then this buttock. So all right, this requires a little like anatomy understanding. Okay. Um, because you have to understand that the buttock actually when it's flexed, it's gonna go up like that, like a muscle. Well, like a muscle. It is a muscle actually. What am I talking about? Right? And it's you're gonna get like this kind of pushing out. Okay. Then leg here. Okay. So you get this. But you know, I'd make it simple. You get this kind of relationship. Okay. This arm, I'm gonna assume, is coming out. And this part of the arm is going in. Okay. Very similar to this relationship that I put over here. Okay. Elbow. Okay. Hand. I'm not gonna noodle with that hand just yet because it's not so important. Um, now, this pose, I see like I have like both elbows like coming out like this, right? And generally, you want to try like to offset things when you have you don't want like you don't want your figures like doing like parallel things, you know, with their limbs because it starts to look, um, you know, it starts to look kind of um, redundant and like not natural, right? You know, if they to do something like this, right? Like you have like two elbows going out like that. It's kind of funny actually. So, you know, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put like one elbow, sorry, one arm down, so that way it's gonna be a little bit more offset. Okay. And you have this. Okay. This is coming out like so. Okay. Then this goes into the back. Now, here, this part of the upper part of the rib cage that doesn't change. Okay. Now, on top of the rib cage, you have the scapula, which comes out here. Okay, like that. And you get this kind of relationship. Okay. So basically, it's like a triangle. I'm really kind of doing an abbreviated version of it, but it's fine. here, other scapula is here. All right, that goes in like that. Okay, then this arm. So I'm going to add a little bit of volume to that arm. Flesh it out like this, okay? And then I have that, okay? And sorry, then you have this, okay? Issue. Okay. Again, scapula, lower back, and for women, of course, you have the pelvis, which is a little bit larger. Oops. Coming out like that. There we go. All right. Not to complain, but to be honest, I really prefer drawing with traditional media, but it'd be a little bit harder for me to critique this drawing or to correct this drawing because it was sent to me digitally, you know. So okay, there's the hand here like that. Now, what we're gonna do about that head, all right? Second, let me get this right. There we go. Okay, good. So, all right. So, the neck is here. Okay, shoulders are here. All right. So, all you need to do is just put like a basic volume like this for now. Okay. I'm gonna assume that the person is like maybe like have like their head maybe like turned a little bit towards us. All right. So I'm gonna put the ear here. Okay. Chin should be down here. Okay. You have that. You know what? I'm sorry. Let me change this even more. Let me, I'll do it. I'll turn the head even. I'm sorry. That's right. I'm sorry. Yeah. The person has like the head like this. Sorry, the face is like that. That's what they wanted, right? Okay. All right. So let's get this right. So first of all, the way this is placed, okay, there's it's kind of difficult like to have the head in this position actually. Actually the head would be a little bit more over to the side, to be honest, right? Sorry, 1 second. Yeah, it'll be a little bit more like that. Okay. And like this way. The ears here, the jaw should be here, and that's coming like that. Okay. Now you gotta like take in consideration, like like how much can someone actually like turn their head, you know. Okay. Jaw. Okay. Shoulder. Okay. Now this is another thing. People you know have some difficulty, and I guess also my students having some difficulty, like in terms of like how to put a face on this person, right? So basic things, you know, you should remember, okay? When you draw when you draw the head, okay, please just remember that um, basically the eyes are in the middle, okay, right? The nose is halfway from the middle of the eyes to the chin, and the mouth is like halfway from the bottom of the nose to the chin, okay? Okay. Like this, nose, okay, mouth. Yeah. Unfortunately, digital still does not have quite the satisfaction that traditional media has for me. It just doesn't. It just doesn't. Okay, the hair. All right, so what's up with the hair? Okay. Oops, 1 second. Let me take care of that. Eyebrow. Uh, and eyebrow here. Okay. And for the hair, what kind of hair? Oh, yeah, again, when it comes to like when you're drawing like hair and things like that, the best thing to do again is always just to keep it simple as possible. All right. So I'm gonna give her hair like this. Just keep it simple like that. Just do like a large shape. Okay. Eyes. This is going to be a little bit cartoonish, so I'm going to put a little smile on her, okay? And like that, okay. You want to try to remove any lines, that are going to be distracting, okay? Okay. I think that's pretty much it. Almost. Almost. Yeah. Hold on. There we go. Make this cheek just a little bit clearer. All right. And hair. I'm just gonna put this in here as a volume. Sorry, as a flat, not volume, as a flat value, so it's not so confusing. Okay. Okay. And oh, I guess I should clean this up, shouldn't I? Okay. Let's make sure that these areas are not going to be distracting or uncertain. So basically, like, when you guys draw, you want to make sure. I mean, it's okay to have like sketchy lines, things like that. So long as like the lines are all the lines are like working together, like for like a cohesive idea. If you got like too many lines, that are kind of not not expressing things clearly, you might want to take care of that. Okay. Oops. All right. Okay. That's a little bit too much here. I don't want you guys to see. Like I said, like you do too much. You might confuse your audience, right? And we don't want to do that. You want to make things as clear as possible so that they can enjoy your work. Okay. And I guess it would maybe behoove me to put some clothing on her. So I'll put a bikini on her. Okay. For modesty's sake. Okay. Also, like putting clothes on your figures, on your sometimes can help show like contour very clearly as well. So that's something you want to keep in mind. Um, if you're like drawing like if you're drawing like nudes, like from like imagination and stuff like that. Okay, this elbow here. All right. I think actually this arm could be a little bit better. Okay. Also, yeah, be careful, like not to put like too, um, don't put like uh, too many like lines, um, in your figures, because especially like for like women, because it might get read as um, like age lines and things like that, and if you don't want that kind of experience, Okay. All right. You know what? I think this elbow could be a little bit better. You know what? One second. I'm gonna work this elbow outside this arm a little bit better. I'm not really feeling it, to be honest. I'm not really feeling it. So I wanted to be clear. Okay. So let's say this is coming out and have it coming in like that. That's a little bit better. And I want to have this kind of idea. That's better. That's a lot better. Okay. Not perfect, um, but a little bit better than from before because it was not reading. Probably because I had a tangent in here. Oops. Let me change that. Here and down. Here and down. Ah, darn it. 1 second. Ah. All right. So you get to see my mistakes. So it's good to know, that even the people, who say, have a little bit of experience, a little bit of mileage, they're not infallible, or incapable of, you know, making a not so good call sometimes. Okay. Yep. Okay. There we go. All right. So just like the fingers, you know, I just want to get just like the general feel. You know, I don't want to. Yeah, you don't want to overwork it, because then you're gonna draw like the wrong kind of attention to it, like I am now. Okay, hold on. Yeah. Okay, that'll do. That'll do. I know what, I'll put some bracelets on her, like that. Again. Okay. Okay. All right. I think that's good enough. You guys get the idea. So in terms of like what we have here, um, you know, we were able to. Let me get a little. There we go. Yeah. So we were able to take this drawing. Let me merge this down a little bit. Merge down. Merge down. Okay. Yeah. So originally, like we had. Oops. Yeah. All right. So we had that. Okay. And we got it to that. Okay. Um, okay. So again, some things again you want to bear in mind is that you want to make sure, like, your volumes are clear. You have a little bit of understanding of anatomy. Okay. Um, try to draw. Um, try to draw clear volumes. Okay. You start like to do them like small and things like that. It gets a little bit difficult to actually see like what's happening, and then it starts to um, unnecessarily like look kind of like wonky, um, and we don't want that, right? I'm gonna cheat just a little bit. I'm gonna put a little bit of highlight, and then I'm gonna end this. Okay, just a little bit of highlight, just to make this more interesting, or highlight. It's just to brighten it up in some areas, like here, here, here. Yeah. The last bit of advice I'll give you guys, it's like when you draw, um, you want to make sure that you're creating an experience. You're not just like drawing. Um, you're not just drawing lines. You want to create an experience for your audience. You know? um, if that makes any sense to you guys. Okay. There you go. All right. I'm starting to noodle here, and I don't want to do that. Okay. All right. I think that's maybe good enough for today. All right. This was kind of fun, and I will probably do another one from one of my students, go over one of my students' drawings again in the future, just to show you guys like how you can repair repair drawings, you know, so that they're easier to read. Okay. Okay. All right. Thanks a lot. I'll see you guys next time. Okay. All right. Take care. All right. Bye bye.